aseh shalom aleinu. Pray for peace, aseh shalom v'romah. Aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru. Shalom. Oh, shalom. As we get ready to do our Mishaberach, a blessing to end the suffering of animals by Albert Schweitzer. Hear our humble prayer, O God,
for our friends, the animals,
especially for those who are suffering,
for animals that are overworked,
underfed, and cruelly treated,
for all the wistful creatures in captivity.
They beat their wings against bars,
for any that are hunted or lost or deserted,
or frightened or hungry.
We entreat for them all,
yours and our compassion.
And for those who deal with them,
we ask a heart of mercy,
and gentle hands and kindly words.
Make us ourselves
to be true friends to animals,
and so to share
the blessings of the merciful.
And now our prayer for the animals, human. So many suffering so much right now. So many. And if this prayer, in just the smallest way, by letting people know we're thinking of them, helps them to feel a bit of comfort, what a mitzvah that would be. We're thinking of Hannah Azna, Bat Rivka Masha. Oh, you had a name? I'm sorry, Frankie. Susan Bertocchi, Carol Cohen, Allison Esrig, Phyllis Goldblatt, the Herrera family, Miriam Lyon, Hirsch Goldberg Poland, Avery Spunt, Tali Stein, Mark Warner, Eden Yerushalami, and all of those who are suffering right now. If you have the name of someone specifically you would like to remember, please make a beautiful noise along with maybe your animal and call that name forth.
Linda Lohman, Kath Warman, Michael Dorn.
Have we, Ann? Thank you.
Misheperach avotenu kor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen, Amen. Misheperach imotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Well, I know of one person who helped a very special pit bull, the pit bull in the tutu.
You can't miss her.
Can't miss her.
Right up here.
To find a loving family. And when I say loving, I mean this pit bull is spoiled within an inch of her life. Can Nikki come up too? Or
Come on, Nikki. Come on, big
Can I use this?
Isn't she beautiful?
She's a beauty.
So I was told if she was going to come up, she had to dress up by Cantor. So, of course, she's wearing a pink sparkly tutu. So this is Nikki, and her name is short for Naknikia, which means sausage in Hebrew, because she kind of looks like a sausage. And she came from Heartland Animal Shelter, which is in the Northbrook area. Oh, bye, honey. And so I grew up never imagining that I would live with a little sausage. I grew up with Shelties, actually. But we really valued the idea of adopting a pet from a shelter. And so, of course, when COVID came, we said, here's our chance. And so we got our COVID critter. It took some time. And Heartland was an amazing shelter to work with, I will say. I know there's many, many in the area as well. But Heartland in particular really took great care of the animals and gave them to foster homes, and then the opportunity to try out in our home. And I will also say, I know there's many, many pit bulls in shelters. I believe they're kind of the number one breed that you'll find if you walk into a shelter on any given day. And unfortunately, they get a bit of a bad rap, which it makes me kind of sad, because she's a love. If you're a human, please come say hello to her. You'll make her day. She is the most friendly. She's a little scared of dogs, but humans, she loves. And I've just met so many pit bulls along the way that are just the loveliest, and they're little comedians, and they just make you laugh and are always smiling. And she loves music, and she loves being here at Emanuel. So just a little shout out for the pit bulls. If you're ever considering, I'd be happy to talk more about what it's like living with a little pitty in the house, but they really are just loves.
All our tzedakah tonight is going to go to Heartland Shelter. So if you have some tzedakah you would like to place, that's where it's going to go this evening, in honor of the Nikki and the pit bulls.
Thank you.
A great pleasure. Love you, baby girl. I would like to also invite forward, if I could, all of the dogs, or if there's a picture. I know cats didn't come, did they? No. Why? Because, cats are better than this. This is right. But if you would like to bring your dog forward, please bring your packet. We're going to do some prayers for your actual animal. So if they need to be separate a little bit, you can stand sort of scattered. And of course, we're going to ask you, come over here, guys. Not that I don't trust them on carpeting, I do. But if you could step up just on these steps so we can see. But yes, hi, baby. And if you would be good enough, introduce again your baby.
Oh, Nagi.
Nagi, and who did you bring, Heather?
This is Layla.
Layla, and Allison.
This is Penny. I also brought my husband this time.
No, but Penny is.
He's a dog too, no?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You two are wonderful, but Penny, And you, Sandy?
What?
Who did you bring with you?
I brought Zim.
Zim. Oh my gosh, a pony. Hi, baby. And who did you bring?
This is Atlas.
Atlas, hello, baby. Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. And Lynn.
This is Eddie.
Eddie, and
Oh, Frankie.
Frankie, Eddie and Frankie. And we know Nikki at the end. So, would you all join with me in the blessing of all pets? Does anyone have a cat picture they want to bring up? Your cat picture. Why should you feel sad and alone just because dogs come when called and cats take a message? There's all those great jokes about cats.
We're on page 9 of your packet here.
And you may hold up a picture of your cat as we read together. God of all creatures, God, our creator, we as you, I just have a typo. Okay, we as you bless our pets with your light and love. May our animal friends have good health, happy lives, and always be protected and safe. We ask for better understanding as we learn from our animal friends' wisdom, their innocence, their loyalty, and particularly their seeming ability to not judge human beings unkindly.
Thank you for the pleasures, playfulness, and sometimes the surprising humor our pets display. Thank you for their companionship and friendship, especially for those lonely hours we may have experienced. Thank you for all our companions' natural ability to teach us to be aware of the present moment. Thank you for the pure beauty of every animal. Their form, color, texture, motion is all a work of art. And may we appreciate your creation of this masterpiece. Bless all animals in harm's way. Heal the sick, protect those who are lost, and guide them to safety. Thank you for the gift of love. Amen.
And we read together, if we are a pet owner. Loving Creator,
your word teaches me that a righteous person regards the life of his animal. Many times in Torah, you show your compassion for animals, for truly your mercy extends to all the creatures you made. Help me to be a wise and responsible pet owner, to be nurturing, compassionate, affectionate, playful, and responsible for all their needs for food, grooming, entertainment, exercise, and medical attention. Amen.
Blessed are you, Holy Source, maker of all living creatures. All right. Because they're getting a little bit, I can tell they're getting, oh, well, not Atlas. Atlas is just fine. The rest of them are like, get me out of here. On the 5th and 6th day of creation, you called forth fish in the sea, birds in the air, and animals of the land. You inspired us to call all animals brothers and sisters. We ask you to bless these animals by the power of your love. Enable them to live fully in praise of your name. May we always praise you for all your beauty and creation. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, and all your creatures. Amen.
Amen.
All right, we're going to bless everybody with the Birkat Kohanim, not just the animals here. If I'm going to read a line, and if you would interlinearly read the English. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God make you like the lion.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'hunaka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'sem lecha shalom.
May God's presence be with you and give you peace.
I'd like you please to take your animals back to their seats.
Except Atlas.
Thank you very much, Atlas, for being so, you're all so good. You're so good. I'd like to take a moment out. When I first wrote this service 2 years ago, I tweaked it a little bit, but tonight, but I didn't put in a prayer for Israel. And the reason I didn't is because it's my great dream that next year we won't need one. And I want to reuse these next year, although now I found a typo and I can't. But I do have a poem by Rabbi Shai Cherry. Actually, Mandy came up with a beautiful poem as well tonight. But this was a bit shorter, and I know I have certain animals that want to get whipped cream. And by that, I don't mean the dogs here. There's a few like me who are going for the ice cream. This is called Prayer for Strength and Resolve. Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu, our God and God of our ancestors. Again, alas, our differences dissolve. Adonai Echad, the God of unity. We come together in crisis and covenant. Ro'eh Yisrael, shepherd of Israel, your flock has been culled. Shekhinah, divine presence, you've been exiled. Your presence diminished. Magen Avraham, shield of Abraham, give us the strength to protect ourselves. Hamakom, the place of God, our place. We have no other. Harachaman, merciful one. How can death and devastation be anything but merciless? Avinu Shebashamayim, our Father in heaven. How can war, raining ruin on your children be a mitzvah? Adonai Tsevaot, Lord of armies, not hosts. There is a time for war, but we must beat our swords into plowshares, their spears into pruning hooks. Pokeach Ivrim, the giver of vision, may this reveal to all that for the wicked, our crime is not what we do, but who we are, not our policies, but our presence. Tzur Yisrael, Rock of Israel, may our devotion remain steadfast. Israel's defenders require arms and voices. May we persevere in providing by lifting our voices against evildoers, and yes, our arms as well. Shomer Yisrael, the guardian of Israel. Goel Yisrael, the redeemer of Israel. Great is peace, for the name of the blessed Holy One is peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace, over us, over all your people, Israel, over all of the world. And let us say,
Amen. Beautiful.
I invite you to rise physically or spiritually for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Please be seated. Many of you know it's not appropriate to do the Kaddish prayer for animals that we have loved and lost, but I thought there would be lovely to do another kind of prayer. So if you have lost a pet 20 years ago, 20 minutes ago, and you want to rise and say this prayer, please feel free to. It is based on a poem by Alden Salavi. And would you please read? In sorrow and love, we remember our beloved pet, who provided companionship and endless joy. You were more than a pet to us, becoming a member of our family, providing consolation in times of loss, giving us laughter and delight and a sense of well-being. Rich with memories, rich in love, the pain is deep, the empty space, too wide to comprehend. And please, would you be seated? When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on your eyes and not on your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Our congregation remembers in that love B. Bart Barish, Betty Bendheim, Morris Berman, Selma Boyer, Rose Bridges, Meta Neiman Brun, Sheldon Ellman, Alex Fleischman, Florence Fleischman, Jerome Jerry Frippt, Lily Galfand, Joshua Goldenberg, Bessie Goldstein, Herman Lissow Goldstucker, Rose Handler, Louis Hecht, Alyssa Erst Heyman, Dorothy Heyman, Samuel S. Hollander, Morris Lowenstein, Selma S. Meyer, Eloise Reimer, Ben Silver, David L. Silverstein. Is this the right list? Yes. Ben Smolensky, Jack Tangy, and Gertrude Zoller. And in recent days, Anne Arnstein Diamond, Antonio Herrera, and Paulette Pierce. Have we disabled
Yes.
Jack? Okay. I'd like to invite those in mourning, maybe those commemorating a yahrzeit, or those who have lost someone recently, to please rise first that we might acknowledge you. And if it is your tradition, please join them. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. B'chayachon u'v'yomachon u'v'chayeh d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imeru.
Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam omei almaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yiromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudesha brihu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'miran be'alma v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama Rabbah min shumaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
May the source of peace send peace to all of you who are bereaved among us. Let us all say,
Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you very much to Mandy Herlick and Nikki, to all who helped, to Esther, to Nagi. There was a lot of help
And
there. I
thank
appreciate
you to the cantor who, this is, you know, I love this service. In fact, I keep it in my guitar case all the time. You just did an exquisite job compiling these
cash
things.
it'll be cash this time. I usually write check for the compliment. Cash this time.
You
Thank
weren't
you.
supposed to say.
Ruthie, I couldn't do without you, and you know that's the truth. I do want to say one thing to all of you. Thank you. Thank you for this respite, to not scroll the horror, to get away from the CNN. Thank you for taking this moment to recognize that Shabbat is the dream of Eden. And someday we will get there. For the meantime, one day out of 7, we take a moment to be our highest selves and to imagine it. Please join me for ice cream in the next room. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. I love you too, baby. Thanks, everybody.